Yo fam, what's good, what's poppin'? I am Khalid Omari and welcome to Cali Vision. If you're wondering why I look so fresh, or maybe I look like I'm slightly cult leaderish or just highly blessed and favored. Obviously, man's highly blessed and favored because man give thanks every day for every period that I am alive and all of the blessings that I happen to have been blessed with. So, big up God on that level, alhamdulillah. Yeah. Anyway, I've just come back from a function because it's my first day back at work in the morning and I want to get to bed. But then it's like, I've been thinking about this for a while, yeah? And I know. I've been thinking, is it time to sell the MPC Live 2 Retro? Like, on a real, is it time for me? You know I'm going to pull it out, man. Shit. Is it time for me to sell this? Is it time? Have me and the MPC Live Mark II, have we reached the end of our time together? And the reason I asked that question is, oh my God, my buttons ain't even done, but I had them rolled up today. The reason I asked this question is because when I was like, all right, boom, I'm going to back a MPC Live 2 Retro. I was gassed because of the colorway, because I had an NES. You know, I have to go into the whole epistemology, or etymology or whatever it is, the origin story. I always have to go into the origin story. But I was pissed with Machine because I had bought my girlfriend gifted me a Mark III for my birthday a few years ago. And no, was it last year? Maybe last year. And then 3 months after that, Machine launched the Machine Plus. And I was pissed because I was like, raw, standalone, rare. And I thought, let me jump on the MPC Live. Or just go in a different direction. And then consequently, with the SP404 Mark II, I jumped on that as well. But upon reflection, I hardly even use the MPC Live. I'm not even going to front with you. I thought, yeah, I'm going to back it so I can make beats on a sofa, or when I'm going Pirate Studio with Mike White, like I can just bring the MPC rather than my Mac. But then it's like the sounds on it. I remember watching a video with Jade Wee, and she was breaking down the skirmish between the Jordan guy and Ave McCree, right? And they hit loggerheads over the MPC keyboard thing. And she said something very insightful, and it struck a note with me. She was like, the problem with, say, the MPC Live and Whoop 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 is that their sounds are just, you know what I'm saying? And I got enough love for the MPC because it was a new way of doing things, a new way of working that I tried to learn. But I gotta admit, man, it's the sounds, man. They don't inspire me. They don't make me think, yeah, man's gonna make this rhythm today, woo, woo, woo. And also getting the tracks from the MPC Live onto the Mac is it's a bit of a minefield. When I first went to purchase it, I thought, yep, you tap away at the MPC in standalone mode, connect it up to your Mac, and then you just continue as you were. But it's not quite that, because it's like you have to put the MPC into standalone mode or maybe controller mode, and then the two things don't really marry up. Also, mixing down the MPC software itself is very cumbersome. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with my Machine right now, you've seen my video by now when I'm talking about routing the MIDI and audio out of Machine into Logic. When I done that the other day, I was like, fucking hell, this is taking me 15 to 20 minutes these days. Whereas a few years ago, I'd have to search for a YouTube video, muddle through it and set it up. And it just made me think, raw, like, I've got the MPC sitting there in that little crevice or down there, catching dust. And it's like, I'm hardly ever using it. And I would buy the the Machine Plus. I would consider going down that route because I am a native Machine user. Like, I love creating beats on it. I love the workflow. And even though I tend not to finish it off in Maschine as such, I always tend to just put it into Logic, and I have my method to lay either my poetry down, a few bars or whatever, and explore my ideas and mix it down to bounce it out, DistroKid, distribute it to everywhere. But the MPC, it doesn't give me that same And even though I've had it for a year, like this video could have been named My Thoughts After a Year with the MPC Live 2 Retro. However, it came to me and I thought, you know what, man's looking fresh right now, and the hair is looking fresh too. Can't lie, I've taken all of the styling out, and I'm just loving it right now. But anyway, I was like, I've come in and I left the function because obviously man's got work early. I got to wake up at 6 a.m. But it was just on my mind, and I'm really considering buying a Maschine Plus. I don't think I can put it on a Christmas list because my girlfriend will look at me and go, "Oh, are you really trying to replace the Mark III?" No, babes. I am not trying to replace the Mark III, but in terms of standalone, I believe the Maschine Plus would work for me. What I need to do research into, and obviously with my videos, I shoot from the hip in it. So I haven't done the research yet, but it's, you know, on the telly. So after I have my shower, I'll go on the TV and look at the different ways that you can either expand the storage on the Maschine Plus, and whether it works seamlessly as soon as you plug it in to the Mac. Are the files transferred? Does it just continue the work process? Because think about it, with the MPC Live, I've said this in multiple videos, and people used to be like, "Oh, what do you mean you got to sample if you don't sample?" Like, I don't sample at all. All of my beats, all of the sounds, everything is originals. They are all originals. So I kind of don't benefit from the system of inputting sound into it. When I've tried to record vocals straight into standalone mode on the MPC, it's almost as though I would need a preamp to plug the mic in for that to feed into the MPC in order for the sound to be amplified to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think me and the Retro have run its course. I tried. I even met Alchemist, shook Alchemist's hand. He gave me the power, but that power wasn't anything to do with working at the MPC. Maybe it was just for Maschine. And I just wanted to apologize, right, to... No, not even, no, because I got the AKAI MPC Live 2 Retro because it was the Retro edition, and also I was being petty, I can't lie. Like, Native Instruments dropped the Maschine Plus 3 months after I gave in. I gave in and got the Mark III. So I was pissed. Understandably, I was pissed. You know what I'm saying? I was pissed off. I was fucked off. So I was like, you know what? Let me explore outside of my ecosystem. But when I think about it, with the AKAI and stuff like that, you get some nice plugins. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, nice sound libraries, whoop, whoop, whoop. But when I think about the amount of expansions I've got, I can't use them with the MPC Live. Where I think about Complete, this, that, and a third that I've purchased, can't use them with the MPC Live in standalone. However, if I have the Maschine Plus, I could use that in standalone. Imagine, I could be on a tube, back and forth to work, or sometimes taking a long route home, and I can just be banging out beats. You know, it's small enough to probably fit in here. No, it would fit in a rucksack. Might not fit in here, let's see. I'm hearing the Maschine Plus is slightly larger. Let me not ruin my bag. Let me see if it can fit in here. No, it can't. Ugh. It can't, but it can fit into any one of my rucksacks I've got. And I'm not pinning all my hopes that the Maschine Plus would solve my standalone problems. But in the case that I would be able to start the loops, arrange them, have use and a choice of picking a variety of dope sounds. I need to research things like external inputs and outputs, but to be honest, at the level that I'm at and the way I work, I probably don't even need CVs and gates and, you know, things for external synths, because I don't play. Everything is pads and grooves and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna look at it as a serious prospect. So there might be another piece of my gear up for grabs. Last time when I posted a video that I was selling, I got someone purchased it. They was like, yo, if you hold that for 3 weeks, I will drive to see you and collect it. And that's what they did. So big up your chest, north, east, south and west. Anyway, bloody hell, it's 11:45. I got to get 6 hours of sleep before I'm due into work. First day back after about 2.5 weeks. But the game is the game. I'm not going to slow down uploading when I get ideas. I'm going to try and record more shorts, beat making and rare. Little tips and tricks here and there. Yo fam, what's good, what's popping? I'm out. Peace.